Thank you very much. I also want to let everybody know I went to the Bowl School, right? Kathy John, represent the Bowl School, Jacksonville University, and from born and raised in Jacksonville. Kind of gave my background a little bit. Back home after 12 years in the NBA, 18 years in the front office for different organizations in senior leadership. But it was great to come back home, and I'm very happy to be here. Sandlot Jacksonville, to be able to speak with you about holistic lifestyle, holistic development, different things I think is very important, especially for our youth, for our individual growth and everything. Basketball was great for me because it afforded me to go all over the world, and see different people, work with different people. I had the opportunity to run Kobe Bryant's camp in China, LeBron James camps in China, Kevin Durant his camps in China, India, Australia. And the one thing that I learned from myself, being around them, to me, again, I don't want to go into a debate who's the greatest ever. I'm Michael Jordan. But anyway, the one thing I learned about being around those individuals is that they never really competed against other people. They competed against themselves. Their whole thing was trying to be the best version of themselves. And how do we get to that point? Like, how do we become the best version of ourselves? And to me, there's so many layers to that. That's what I wake up every day. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be able to be a great dad, a great sibling. When I play, I'll be a great teammate. What are those layers that get you there? What are those things that happen every day? Consistency, discipline, doing those things. And found out I took a little bit from a lot of those people, and I utilize that now with our student athletes at Jacksonville University on an everyday basis. And I don't know if you read the paper now about the NIL. You hear about the name, image, and likeness. This is a big thing in college sports. Athletes getting paid, now for their name, image, and likeness. And it's a big thing. So I'm gonna scrap that. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it to HIL, holistic impressionable living. That's what we're going to call it, HIL today. We're going to take NIL out and be HIL. And there's 7 areas of that, 7 components of that is very important. The first part of it is the physical part, right? The physical. Go outside and look. There's a lot of physical things you can do outside today, all right? And that's very important to we call it mental, your wellness, your fitness, wellness, fitness. The physical part is so important. As an athlete, that was probably 90% of what we focused on. Was our physical attributes. I got to get stronger. I got to jump higher. I got to run faster. That's what they focused on. Now, these other 6 things kind of get lost in translation. Now it's picking up a little bit more. So you talk about the physical part. Okay, nutrition, sleep. It's very important. All right? But let's talk about the other 6 parts I think that we need to focus on a little bit more. The next one is your emotional wellness. All right, your emotional wellness. And that's your motivation, your internal fire. Like what motivates you to do things every day? Like, to me, you have to have a mindset of being something that helps you choose what you do every day, every moment to moment. Like what internal burns you to wake up emotionally? How do you deal with things? How do you face your failures? What are you fearing? Like, what emotional triggers or distractions are triggering you that make you not want to do things, not take chances? How do you resolve things like that? Well, one of them is motivation. One of them is meditation. Like, meditate, like, relax. Be one with yourself. Be the best version of yourself. So again, physical, all right, emotional. Next, mental, all right? We hear that all the time. We got a lot of things going on with the mental wellness of people. The pandemic didn't help a lot of people, all right? So now we got to get back to real FaceTime. Not the phone FaceTime, FaceTime. Like, real, me and you, let's have a conversation. And the mental part is important to that. Now, the mental part is what? Okay, how do I intentionally do something? All right, there's intention, intentional, and attention. Your intention is what you're trying to achieve. All right, what the things you're doing every day to try to achieve something. Your attention is what you put your effort into and your time and effort into to achieve those goals. It's called praxis. Your behaviors and actions have to match up to your visions and goals. If your behavior and actions don't match up mentally to what you're trying to achieve, you're going to fail. So the mental part has to be a key piece. All right? You have to be mentally strong. And it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And there's goals and there's visions. Now, to me, everybody has goals. And they knock them down and keep moving. I never heard of a goalinary, but I heard of a visionary before. All right? So put your things in your vision. Have a plan of action, what you're trying to do. Mentally, figure those things out. Be intentional with those things. Very intentional. And then put the attention, the mental attention, the physical attention, emotional attention to achieve those goals and visions. Praxis. Praxis. Look it up. All right? I wake up every morning and I have what we call a mantra. My mantra is praxis. Everything I do has to match up to what I'm trying to achieve. What I'm trying to achieve. Okay? Next one is spiritual. All right? Now, I'm not talking about anybody's faith. I'm talking about spiritual. What's your happy place? Like, what's your happy place? What is it? You know, everybody has a happy place that gets you back. That's your spiritual. That's your goal. That's your core. You know, that's your essence. That's your soul. You have to have spiritual wellness. You know, everybody has a happy place. It might be a location. It might be a park. It might be out here with all these people fellowshipping on trying to be the best version of yourself. It might be yoga. It might be whatever it is. All right? But you have to have some type of something that your core, your soul really believes in. That's your spiritual wellness. You got to have a part of that as you grow in your life on an everyday basis. Next one is relational wellness. How do you deal with people? That's been the biggest thing nowadays. You look at the news and everyday dealing from high school to college is relational wellness. Conversations. Listening is a skill. That's part of communicating. People can communicate because they're too quick to talk and not fast enough to listen. As you're going through your healthy lifestyle, you want to be able to communicate with people. You want to be able to listen to them as well. It's called empathy. We need empathy. We don't have enough of that anymore with each other. So as you're growing in your relational wellness, you're healthy. Again, this is about healthy lifestyle. As you're growing, you've got to understand there's communication, there's relationships, there's effective communications, there's healthy relationships. And you got to have compassion and strength. Now, compassion, again, part of relation is listening to people and meeting where they are. Empathy. Strength is being able to put those boundaries around yourself and go, hey, slow down a little bit. You got to have, in the relationship, you got to have compassion and strength. Now, that's what people, we all have relationships with a lot of things. We have a relationship with money. We have a relationship with our car. We have a relationship with our house. We have a relationship with our city. There's all types of relationships you can have. Knowing how to have compassion and strength in both those relationships is going to make you a healthier person. It's going to make you a healthier person. All right, the next one, professional wellness. It's your body language. All right, it's how you present yourself. It's dealing with everything. You're a professional. How are you a professional? It's your ethical choices. We're doing a series now at Jacksonville University with our head coaches about ethical decision making. And you'll be surprised what our coaches look at as what's ethical and what's unethical in recruiting, in coaching, in talking to players, in dealing with their things. At the end of the day, I got to win games. Yeah, but that's not an ethical decision. That's not professional. Everybody has different professions, but there's core things in being your professional, healthy wellness that you must do if you want to be successful. That's part of your excellence. It's dealing with social media. It's dealing with family and friends. How do you deal with them? You got to have your non-negotiables and your negotiables. What's your non-negotiables in your life? Let me see. My faith, my family, love. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. What's negotiable? Fame, money, success, come and go. Being a professional lets you pick your non-negotiables and negotiables. You stick to them. That's every day. Again, we talked about it at the beginning. Healthy lifestyle means discipline, consistency. Every day. It ain't easy. It's not easy. Everybody thinks it's easy to be a pro athlete. It's not. We're one in, I don't know. My dad used to give me an analogy when I was younger. Fill up the Gator Bowl. That's what back then. Now I'm dating myself now. Fill up the Gator Bowl. All right, 50,000 people. Take 10 people out, put them at midfield. That's how many people make the NBA or professional athlete a year. I was like, wow, 10 out of 50,000? But I learned over the course of my life of these different things, being around different great athletes, great people, great mentors, about about healthy lifestyles and mindsets and wellness. And then the last one is financial. We talk about, like, my dad said this, and my granddad says all the time, don't chase money, let it chase you. You know, you might hear that all the time. To me, if you're always trying to be rich, you'll never accomplish what you're trying to achieve. If that's your goal, that's your goal. Because you'll never have enough. You'll never have enough. So as you're trying to grow as a healthy person, being a healthy, like I said, a parent, a sibling, a leader in your organization, whatever it is, you have to balance those 7 things: physical, mental, emotional, relational, spiritual, professional, financial. And it's not easy, but you have to do that if you want to face the challenges of the world, because they're all challenges. 3 words I always say to my kids. I've been very blessed. I have very great kids. My oldest daughter plays in the WNBA. She went to Duke. My other daughter plays basketball. Right now, she's at William & Mary. Got a son that's at Bowles now, that's going to JU to play basketball. They got another daughter who's my social butterfly. She just kind of floated around, didn't play sports, but she works down in Orlando. And they go, gosh, how do you do all this back there without a phone and a computer and all this stuff? This stuff is hard. And I say, I got 3 words for you. Get past hard. How about that? How about that motivation tactic from my dad? Oh, this is tough, Dad. Get past hard. Bye. See you later. That's what I did. Get past hard. What does that mean? What does that mean, get past hard? It means buckle up. Figure out. Be a part of the solution, not part of the problem. How do we do that with each other? We have conversations. We listen to each other. We have empathy. We eat well. We talk well. We talk with each other, not at each other. That's how you get past hard. Because it is going to be hard. There's challenges every day. I don't care how much money you all have, how big a celebrity you think you are, there's challenges every day that we go through. And what gets you through that? Your work ethic and your values. Get down to your values, start digging a little deeper into yourself. What's your values? To me, that's how you become healthier. And you help other people be healthy as well. All the other stuff, it'll come. But you have to get past hard. Because it's going to get hard for everybody. For every young kid, for every adult. Today's a happy day because I get a chance to spend time talking about this. But it's also a somber day because it's my father-in-law's birthday and he passed away 3 months ago from cancer. And he was as humble as a guy that you ever meet. Because he never complained about anything. Southern, walk around with a toothpick. How you doing? My name's Billy. I mean, that was him every day. I mean, he was so old school, really. He had an answering machine, old school answering machine still, at his house. And when you called his house, it said the same thing. Hi, my name is William Thomas. Beep. That was it. Like, what is going on? Like, leave a message. Tell me what you want. But he got past hard because he understood what life was about. It's about relationships. All right? It was building things with other people. It was being healthy in his own way. And I admire that about him because he never complained about anything. Anything. Woke up 5 o'clock in the morning, went to work every day for 40 years. Never complained. Because he figured it out. We have to figure it out. That's how we become and how we grow people. How we grow each other. How we mend this community back together. It's important. Those 7 things. Physically, get fit. Emotionally, mentally, get healthy. Professionally, relational, build on that. Spiritually, understand it. And financially, let's all reap the benefits of being all those things. So, thank you again for having me this morning. I know I'm the first speaker, so I hope I didn't bore you. There's going to be some other great speakers right behind me. This is a great event. Enjoy, fellowship, have a great time. Thank you for having me. Thank you.